February the 12th, 2020. This is the material that I started with to produce a brass cannon. Anyway, I'm putting this together now so I can edit it all together. So it was a piece of hardwood, which is actually tamarack, and then 1.25 inch old shaft from a bowed bronze, actually brass, then a 5/8 steel rod for the axle, and then another piece of brass round bar for the pinions, and then another piece of round rod for little pieces of brass on the bulkhead stop. Anyway, that's about it. Have a great day. January 31st, 2020. This is the start of building a small cannon that will work out of brass. Brass is from a shaft from a power boat. Actually, it's probably from a fishing boat. And I cut the shaft down and to get into the lathe to build this little project. Anyway, I'll be back when I start doing this. Have a great day. Right now I'm just cleaning up the brass. Taking a small skim first. I just speeded up the travel. So I'm not going to bore you with this, I'll come back. Okay, that's what the first pass looks like, and you can see half of the corrosion is taken off, and I'm going to do another pass right now. Okay, if you look close, you can see how the brass is cleaning up with this next pass. I taking another couple of thou off, and that may clean the whole thing up. I may have to do it again, but I won't keep. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a little video of the workshop while that's turning. This is my workshop. It's pretty compact here on this little lathe. I got another big south bend on the other side of the shop. It's a 10-inch south bend, but I do a lot of work on this little lathe because it's pretty handy. I got a lot of stuff here, and it's all handy right at my fingertips. You can see it's cleaning up pretty good. As you can see, there's still some left on there. It's not really true yet. Well, as you can see, I cleaned it up a little more. I switched to another cutter, and now I'm going to do a slow rate of feed and try and clean it up and keep it round and see what we got after this, and then turn it around into the chuck so I can clean up the other end, and then I'll start building and turning it into a cannon. Okay, there it is. You can see it's pretty clean, pretty smooth, and it's almost pretty true. And I want to switch it end for end and clean off the other end. Okay, I just switched it from end to end. I changed the tailstock center piece to a smaller piece, and I faced off that part. And now I'm going to run this again and take off that bad part that's on there. And I'll probably have to do a few runs until I get that end done. If you look close, you can see a slight wobble in it as I'm turning because it's a bad shaft to begin with. Anyway, when I switch to end for end, there's going to be a little wobble in it, but when I clean it up, that wobble will be gone. It'll be pretty straight and true, and then I still have to taper the whole shaft, so it's not too bad. But I'm not a machinist, but I could do it. Okay, I just turned it to the end, and it's running pretty true. And now I'm going to switch it end for end and face off the other side, and then I'll set it up for the taper and figure out how I'm going to build this here cannon. Okay, I just faced off the other side, and the whole thing is running pretty true. And I'm going to set it up for on the tailstock so that I can put a taper in it and mark it up so I can start turning the barrel to the taper of the cannon. Have a great day. It's February the 1st, 2020. February the 1st, 2020. I just tapered the barrel, or the brass shaft, on this lathe. This is my South Bend lathe. And now I'm drilling a hole for the bore of this cannon. Anyway, it's quite a process. February the 2nd, 2020. This is the next section of building this here small cannon. It's probably going to be a 44 cal. Anyway, I used a taper attachment on my South Bend to get to this point with this. And I came onto this here lathe and I drilled a hole in there for the breech lock. And now I'm making a plug which is going to get threaded to go into the breech of the cannon so I can clean it out whenever I want to clean it out. And I'll come back when I'm finished. Okay, I'm up to the next point where I put the plug on, I screwed it in, and now I'm going to put a curve in it, and then I'm going to put a ball on the end, and then we'll go from there. February the 12th, 2020. This is how the cannon stands now. It's just about finished. I just got to make an adjustment for height and elevation, and then clean up the wood and secure the barrel, and then we're going to try and fire it. February the 14th, 2020. I'm at the final stage of this cannon. I just have to finish and clean up the wood, clean up the wheels. By the way, I didn't build the wheels. I built everything else on this from scrap I had around. And I'd like to make a correction here. I didn't mean pinions. I meant pivots for the barrel. And also, I didn't mean bulkhead, I meant breech lock, where I can turn off the back end, the round part of the barrel, and to clean out the whole barrel and turn it back on. Anyway, that's it for today, and I'm going to put the whole video together, and then hopefully I'll get finished and I can fire this cannon. It's not authentic, it's my own design from doing gunsmith work, and just knowing the properties of black powder and fuses and explosives. Have a great day. February the 17th, 2020, we're going to try this cannon.